Now, the Denver Nuggets advanced to the NBA Finals. And they advanced to their first ever finals in the NBA era because they were there before then in the ABA. 46 years without reaching the finals is the third most across the NBA, NHL, and MLB behind the Texas Rangers and Washington Nationals. And how fitting that they sweep the Lakers the day that Carmelo Anthony announced his retirement. I thought it was a great story. And some people have been debating whether or not whose jersey should get retired in the rafters. I think the easy answer is Jokic. I don't think Melo deserves to have his jersey retired by the Nuggets. Respectfully, he doesn't. But, wow.
I mean, like, his jersey retired in general?
No, for Denver.
I'm saying in general?
Maybe it's not for Denver, for the Knicks.
But why not?
Oh, they do
number
have the
15.
same 15, yeah.
Why not, though?
Because they got the same number. Oh,
Jokic is 15.
Wait, why not retire Melo's jersey in Denver?
Yeah.
They can't
because
the
it
Joker
ended
has
sour.
15.
No, but you can bow. Jackie Robinson's number was retired in all of baseball.
I don't know if the NBA does that.
I only say that with Mariano Rivera.
Melo is not at that level to get that.
No, I'm
But
not.
did Rivera,
I want
have
you
he a
guys to
number
understand.
before?
Correct.
Yeah.
So Jokic is already wearing 15. It's
No,
not
but
that they would say, "Hey, take
I'm
off the
saying
jersey."
NBA. I don't think NBA does that.
What do you mean by that?
I don't think they will retire two guys from the same number.
On the same team? Yes, they would.
Does that ever?
I mean, it genuinely could happen here with Carmelo
When
Anthony
you have
and
two
Nikola Jokic.
players
Melo
in
have
your
to-
franchise that have made history in it, I agree. Carmelo Anthony was a great player,
For sure.
and he brought relevancy to the Nuggets post
Absolutely.
2003. Took him to WCF in 2009, but the way he asked out of Denver and how that ended was sour. And I don't think he did enough in Denver to warrant a jersey retirement.
Hey, Jokic has done more.
Clearly.
Oh, for sure.
So much.
Joker
You know
is
what I mean?
going
Like-
go, he's going to go down as the greatest Denver ever by far.
Yeah.
He probably
Carmelo
already
Anthony,
is.
Carmelo
Hey,
Anthony,
respect David Thomas.
Carmelo Anthony didn't win any major
Trolling.
award in Denver. He made All-Star teams, he made All-NBA teams, but when he won the scoring title, it was with New York.
New York.
It was not with Denver. He didn't win a scoring title with Denver.
He averaged more than he did the year that he won scoring title, scoring champion. But
That's the way it broke.
yep, correct.
And Carmelo's an all-time great, so I don't want to
No, I got
diminish him. But Jokic is just the one who should get his jersey retired for sure.
Don't disagree.
In these playoffs, passing Wilt Chamberlain, most triple-doubles in a single postseason with
Legendary
8.
shit.
The guy was OD.
And it was actually the first time they swept a team in the playoffs. The first time sweeping the team in the playoffs, they make the NBA Finals. Jokic won the Western Conference Finals MVP trophy. Well-deserved. Could have been him or Jamal Murray, really, but, Jokic is the guy there. And I'm happy for Denver. I really am. I like storylines. And I think if any of us before the playoffs made a list of players who have the most to gain from winning the championship, number one would have been Nikola Jokic. He'd have been at the top of everybody's list.
But then,
Yeah,
With
that
it.
was 1 and 2.
I think Jokic is even
And B
above
with the
Embiid.
way that he was complaining would have been.
I'm with you,
one.
though.
Yeah,
I'm with
facts.
you. We're
Two-time MVP. And what's sad about how a lot of people have talked about Jokic throughout this entire year, I think that narratives were the reason why he didn't win his third straight MVP in a row.
Yep.
And it's sad because the narratives about him not being a playoff riser, about him not getting it done in the postseason, were always stupid. Because whenever this team has been healthy, they've made it further and further in the playoffs. In 2019, second round. 2020, WCF. And now 2023, the NBA Finals. When he's had a healthy team, when it's been him and Jamal Murray, that core, they've gone further and further. And look at Jokic's stats. In the playoffs, he always rises. Even last year when they got one against the Warriors, he's averaging 30 in that series. His assists would have been more if it wasn't for players missing shots. So I thought those narratives were always unfair. And I'm glad that he has a chance to win an NBA championship. Now, Miami is on some type of satanic run right now that I don't know if this is just a lock in for them to win it.
I wouldn't call it a lock by any
Because
means.
I can't count out Miami with how they're playing. But this sure feels like a great shot to win it. And it's crazy how people are just now realizing how great Jokic is. It's one thing to not acknowledge him as the best player in the world. I understand that. Because you have to see him actually win a championship for that. But for people to act like he wasn't top 5, he wasn't top 10.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You couldn't
He's
make
always
it
the
far in the
best to me,
playoffs
man.
with him.
Cut the cap.
Yeah, it was always Steph for you.
And the fact that most people were going to invalidate his MVPs had he not made it this far was ridiculous. So I'm glad he made it this far because now everybody got to see, oh yeah, Jokic Jokic is this type of playoff performer. He's this type of guy. And I was actually doing research. Denver only had 16 national TV games this season.
Ugh.
They only had 16.
Damn.
Not that I agree with everything you're saying. Did you feel like this with Giannis?
In 2020?
Just in general. Did you feel like, hey, this was deserved? Now he's on Milwaukee. It's good to see him
It was his
after
Nets,
the two.
You know, he had some ill will.
I'm just wondering.
Wait, what's your specific
The
statement?
question is, with, just the way that he was able to cancel out a ton of narratives. And yes, absolutely, he did that. Oh, we'll see if he finishes the job. But it's seeming as if, depending on who he plays, it's seeming the Nuggets will be the favorites. Did you feel that same way with Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks?
When he won a championship.
Correct.
That it's good that the thing is not held over him no more?
Correct.
Yeah, I felt that way with Giannis.
Okay.
I definitely disagreed with the narratives towards Giannis, and I even have old tweets of me comparing.
Did you disagree?
I did. I had old tweets of his regular season versus his playoffs and how his numbers don't drop off dramatically, even though people called him a playoff choker. Because in those series, when you go look back, they love to pin it on him, but it's not all on him. I definitely doubted that he could win a championship because I think offensively the skill set is still limited. It is, and Milwaukee was the first team to win a championship with having a mediocre offensive rating in a very, very long time.
Yep.
And even in this postseason, when Giannis played, the offensive limitations are still showing. Now, in that run, did they catch a little bit of a break? Yes. But I can't hold that over Giannis. But ultimately, I feel happy for Giannis because had he not won that championship, this recent debacle, losing to an 8 seed, is magnified 10 times more.
Oh, absolutely.
So the fact that he does have that championship, it doesn't matter what he does, he has a championship. And that's why I want Jokic to win it too, because moving forward, it doesn't matter how many times Jokic may come short. Even if he does come short, he might keep winning. You can't invalidate him anymore, which is what people are trying to do with him this entire year. And respect to Embiid, I think Jokic and him played at the two best levels this season. And shout out to Jokic giving respect to Embiid by saying that he deserved his MVP. You know, I like that Jokic is showing great sportsmanship in that aspect. But Jokic, a lot of narratives against him this year were very unfair. Sure. And I'm glad that he's proved everybody wrong.
Talk about the Nuggets, bro.
He was going on the monologue. I'm chilling. I don't got nothing to say about the Nuggets.
What, you disrespected him all this time, said Curry was better?
That's disrespect.
Right.
Nothing disrespect is saying Tatum is better.
Who said that?
I'm glad you didn't point at me. Because I've probably been the most disrespectful to Jokic here at this table.
I think,
and by that being the most disrespectful, still acknowledging that he's still a top 3 player at worst in the National Basketball Association.
He's the best player in the league, man. I don't think we at this table have respected Denver. I think we at this table have given praise to Denver. I think we've all pretty much acknowledged that they're one of the best teams in the league.
It's the national media that gets people mostly upset. That the fact that ESPN does not give attention to the
I'm just
Nuggets.
happy you could dead this AD Joker bullshit.
Yeah, I get that.
I'm so glad that's dead in the water.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, I'm not, but that I knew it was gonna die. So it's just I was just waiting.
I didn't know it was gonna die. Like
with
this.
I knew it was gonna die. I was just.
Did you think that
AD
AD was gonna get fried like that? Like how we saw.
Well, I thought Joker was always going to impact the game better than him.
No, I agree with, and I said that too. I said it's not about stopping him; it's about making him uncomfortable. We never did. Maybe once, quarters.
I was.
If Jokic finishes this playoff run with a championship, it's easily better than Giannis's in 2021, right?
Yeah,
comfortably.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because of the injuries. You know, and I think the Joker played better than what Giannis was playing.
Beat KD, beat Devin Booker when Devin Booker was going absolutely bananas.
Beat Anthony
Beat a respectable Minnesota Timberwolves team. Just give me that. All right,
definitely respectable.
They
played hard.
I agree.
And then
those games were close.
Beat LeBron James and Anthony Davis en route to potentially
destroyed.
I know they did not destroy us.
4 games, buddy.
We lost. We got
Jokic destroyed him.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the Joker destroyed.
He
destroyed AD.
Correct.
But team for team.
He did.
I'll be honest. He did exactly. Remember when Akeem did the Ewing? This is how I feel right now. Very reminiscent of that.
Fuck, yo, that is such a good
best centers in the league coming up.
Comparison.
They comparing him to Akeem. Like, nah, fuck
really
that.
good. And then he has the potential to be Jimmy Butler, who's having the best playoffs, or maybe second if you want to say Nikola's having the best. That's up to you.
Yeah,
he's been amazing, man.
I'm happy. At least this fucking whole like we talk about the national media and whatnot. The whole like idea around a pity MVP for Joel Embiid was just one of the nastiest things I've ever seen in the sport. Like you're giving the MVP. I mean, partially was, on Jokic saying like he doesn't really care about MVPs. Maybe that made the writers, the voters feel a type of way about it.
It was Perk fault.
Perk has a lot to do with it too, but the fact that
He definitely started
that
it.
it was even a thing, that it was a pity MVP.
The day he went on that rant,
Bro, you see the way Embiid is in round 2 against the Celtics and how Jokic just was in the conference finals against the Lakers. The gap is huge between those two.
Side question: how far does Embiid move down y'all chain? Because I know y'all, I think a few of y'all had him like as a top 5 player in the world. How far does he move down y'all chain?
Well, he's locked top 10.
Top 10. He's
He's
closer to
locked
10 than
top
5 probably.
So like it's comfortable. Luka is better than him.
I'm
You
saying
know?
I had him at
I
like
take Luka.
I know.
I had him at like
I knew your
7,
answer,
8.
Joel.
So like
So he's
It was
closer to
always
10 than 5.
Embiid Tatum. That Embiid Tatum was always that.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
7,
Like,
8.
I mean,
yeah.
I think Jimmy Butler is over Embiid right now.
I'm gonna wait on it, but I got some nasty things. to
Anthony
say.
Davis or Joel Embiid.
I got some nasty. Oh, AD. I've always liked AD.
Okay,
If he's healthy, I always
okay,
said AD.
all right. I'm glad you see the light there.
But the Jimmy shit, I got some
Tatum
nasty
is-
things
Tatum
to
is
say.
tough.
later.
It's not nasty.
Tatum is tough because he has his moments in the playoffs where
No,
Just
I-
hasn't risen
shit don't
up.
go right.
Tatum's
At
more
least in the
reliable
conference
than Embiid.
finals.
But I
He
don't
is.
look at Tatum against the Heat and say he's the main reason why they're
They're all
down
at
there.
fault.
He's been getting fried defensively. Maybe you could say that, but
He's just he's not. It's not like one-on-one like Strus or any of them are
Nah.
killing. But his off-ball defense, he's not.
Gabe-
He hasn't been able to keep up.
Gabe Vincent
He
putting
almost dropped him.
the Celtics to bed on Tatum.
He almost
was
put Tatum in a body.
No,
bag.
he did.
He
No,
did,
it's
but
not
no,
almost.
no,
He did.
like he almost fell.
He didn't. They almost did, but he didn't.
Bro, I seen him splash that. I said, "What?"
Yeah, nah,
on
that shit was-
Tatum.
That shit was nasty, bro.
Why
They're
do
on
you guys
some
think I hate
shit.
Gabe Vincent, bro? I remember the day he cooked my Bulls. Randomly just jumped into the game.
I mean, I feel like if I'm the Celtics, I look at Caleb Martin, and I'm just like, there's no one I hate
is
more
wide
than you.
open.
Because you can't hate Jimmy Butler because you're expecting this. You should have, as Celtics fans, you went in thinking, hey, this is going to
I
happen.
think they hate
It's
Jimmy Butler the most because he
Caleb
just
Martin.
ruined shit for them. Like
But honestly, it's not even Jimmy Butler doing most of the damage. Like outside of game 1, he had 25 game 2, 14 game 3 was blowout. I didn't play a ton, but it's really these role players. I mean, they're stroking the shit out of that ball, bro.
They are. No, we're kind of in similar boats where 5 players in the Nuggets series shot over 40% from 3.
Jimmy had 35 game 1.
Yeah, so I
He
said.
had 27 game 2.
Yeah.
And
No,
game
and that
3 was
27 in
16.
game
Yeah.
2 was an
it was like all in the
impressive
fourth.
ass
It was all
fourth
in
in the
quarter
fourth, I was
stretch.
saying because at
just woke
halftime he
up.
had like 12 points or
he just
some
woke.
shit.
He,
in the
his
fourth
Grant
quarter,
bum
went
ass.
crazy.
Fat
Game
and
Game
3,
shitty.
he didn't have
crazy.
many points because
He
they
didn't
were
play a lot.
smoking out.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But it's not like it was round 1, Jimmy, where he's doing 35, 40, 50,
didn't need to.
30. Facts. But it's these role players fucking shooting. I mean, we're gonna
He
get
had
into
6
more,
I mean,
steals
the
in
thing,
game
the
1.
thing
I
about
know.
that, Dehls, is that in round 1, Jimmy was doing that to Milwaukee, but the role players were also shooting the shit out the ball too.
That's
It-
facts.
like the same thing that's happening
They
to
beat
y'all.
y'all worse though.
It was Butler
Game 3.
raising his game and everybody around him still shooting at a high level.
Game 1 and 2 were close. Game
No, I'm
3,
saying
they
they're
smoked
beating
us.
out worse because Milwaukee won a game.
Yeah,
You're
we
not
can still
gonna win a
win a
game.
No, they
You're
won a
not
game
gonna win
without Giannis.
You're not gonna win a
Without
game.
him.
What if we do?
Hey,
Congrats.
don't let him win. Allegedly.
They won't. Miami will not. They're gonna beat the shit out of you.
People are dying to hear us
Hope
talk
we have
about
some pride.
Miami, and we'll talk about Miami in a few. We'll talk about Miami in a few.
I think they want to
But,
hear you.
but what I want to touch on, because
I'm
you know
glad we're done with the Lakers. I was
Jokic-
dreading it all day.
Jokic got all the shine. He should deservedly so.
Yeah, facts.
Jamal Murray, man.
Yeah.
I've never seen someone raise his game from the regular season to the playoffs as much as Jamal
Generational,
Murray.
some say.
That's not already
Is Jimmy Butler not old now to decide?
that's not already an
Like a
all-star
I hear you.
established player.
Yeah.
Jamal Murray went from 20 points beginning of the regular season to 27.7 points beginning
That's
of the
kind
playoffs.
of crazy.
Yeah,
He
and 32
turns
this
from a-
series.
All-star caliber level player to a legit playoff superstar and raises his game. And because Jamal was injured for the last 2 years, I have not been pushing the Jamal Murray agenda. But Riv knows damn well in that bubble, when we were talking on this show, that Jamal Murray agenda was getting rowdy.
I never not said you wasn't.
Because I love Jamal Murray. I really do.
Just very mute
And
about it.
Michael Malone. I've been tweeting about Jamal this year.
You
And
tweet
we
a lot
tweet
this
at
year.
everybody.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah,
You know?
Nah, Jamal Murray.
You know,
I
Joel,
watched a lot of
name a
Nuggets
player?
games.
Name a
You were a D'Lo fan in the beginning of the year.
Actually, I think this would be great to do. Name a random player.
Jeremy Sohan.
All right, pull it up.
A tweet about Sohan?
You know, I'll do it. I'll do it because you guys are having a conversation. Might as well. I'll do it.
He's got a
Do you have a Jeremy Sohan tweet?
Lock it in. He has
that's
one.
down my mind.
For sure.
For
Jeremy
sure.
Sohan is a great Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
I praise him all the time on his show.
I'm sure. Yeah.
You've heard it last episode.
That's what
Talking
I
about
said. I
the
figured
Spurs.
you had a tweet about him.
But Jamal Murray in February averaged 25 points per game and 7.7 assists per
So he was
game.
getting ready for it.
The thing about Jamal, though, is this what I really want to touch on. And I think it's a heartwarming story about resilience. Michael Malone, after I think the Nuggets beat the Suns in the first round. It was one of the Lakers games. But Michael Malone in the post-game press conference said that Jamal Murray, after he tore his ACL, thought he was going to get traded, and he was damaged goods. And Tim Connolly was actively telling Michael Malone, we should trade Jamal for an established player. And Michael Malone was like, no, like, let's keep this core together. Let's keep it running. And he comes back, and for him to play like this is a dope story.
That's fine.
Because I think Jamal Murray, he deserves this moment.
What the fuck were they even going to trade him for?
I don't know. Probably an
Didn't
established player.
They said an established in the reporters, established star.
But the fact that Jamal Murray has stuck through it, is resilient, has come back, and Denver has made it to the finals, and he's a big part of it. I love Jamal Murray, man. I really do.